Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Wealth and Christ Show, a show where we inspire the masses to become financially free without compromising their faith. I'm your host, Dami, and today we're going to be talking about a myth that is often spoken around, is often talked about on social media, in your barbershops, in the park, everywhere around this globe, that you need to make six figures or be considered rich in order to attain financial freedom. And that's far from the truth. And the reason why I say that's far from the truth is one, not everyone is destined to be wealthy. Not everyone will get the opportunity to make six figures. But I still believe you can enjoy financial freedom no matter your income level. It all depends on your lifestyle. Based on your lifestyle that you desire to live, it will dictate how much money you need to make or how much money you need to have come in from your business in order for you to manage the lifestyle you have. Being financially free is not about how much you make, it's about how much you save. It's about how much you invest. It's about how much you steward the money that you have coming in from your business. That's what it means to experience financial freedom. It's less about how much you're making, but more about how much you're saving, how much you're investing, how well you're sticking to your budget. According to data done by Pew Research Center, only 33.6% of individuals in the United States actually earn $100,000 or more. And that's just 1 in 3 Americans. And if you're a business owner, if I'm not mistaken, only between 5 to 10% of business owners make $1 million or more in revenue. So there's 90% of businesses that don't ever cross that $1 million mark in revenue. Mind you, we do have companies that are worth trillions of dollars in today's age. That is just show you they're like the top 0.1%, if not the 1%. And just here's a kicker. Despite people, the 33% of individuals making six figures or more, out of that 33%, 43% of those who are making six figures are living paycheck to paycheck. So that means nearly half of them are struggling to make ends meet every single month. And you may ask, why are they struggling to make ends meet every month? That could be because lifestyle creep happened to them. They bought a new car. They bought a bigger house that they can actually afford. They start purchasing designer items. They start going on vacation that they can't necessarily afford. They can't necessarily afford just to flaunt on social media, just to post on social media. Well, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself or having an expensive taste. But it becomes a problem when you're spending outpace your earning. When you're spending outpace the money you're able to generate through your business. That's where things becomes an issue. That's where you're no longer experiencing financial freedom. Because I stated earlier, financial freedom is more about how much you're able to save and invest for yourself. So you can choose how you want to live your life, how you want to experience life, based on the financial resources that you have. And to even go further, a separate research which was done by PYMTS found that 65% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck. And I want to say this here, this disclaimer here. The truth is that not everyone will be rich, and not everyone is destined to be rich. But that does not mean that you can't experience financial freedom. It all depends on your lifestyle. Too many people are living beyond their means just to flaunt to people, just to show off to people who don't care about them. You can attain financial freedom, I believe, at 50, 60, 70K. Even in some cases 30K. It all depends on your lifestyle. It all depends on how you steward your money. Because the truth is, not everyone, 90% of us may not ever get a chance to make $1 million in a year. 90%, if not 99% of us, will never experience or know what it's like to make $1 million in a year. And it kind of reminded me of a scripture, which is Luke 16:10. Luke 16:10 and 11, where it states, "One who is faithful in very little is also faithful in much, and one who is dishonest in very little is also dishonest in much." Verse 11, if you have not been faithful in unrighteous wealth, who will entrust you true riches?" So this is Christ. This is Christ making this statement. And it's letting us know that it's letting us know that God is watching how we handle the little things. The things that we don't consider big. The $40,000 job, the $50,000 job. How are you managing the income you're getting from it? How are you spending that money? How are you budgeting that money? The $60,000 job. You're praying to God to bless you with a six-figure job, but you're living beyond your means with your $50K job. You're not budgeting. You're not grateful for where you are, but yet you want God to bless you. I've always stated, and I'll state now, how you manage $100 is the same way you manage $1,000. It's the same way you manage $10,000. It's the same way you manage $100,000, and so on and so forth. You don't just become a person who's good with money, a person who knows how to manage money better. It takes time. It happens over a period of time. Wealth is not built overnight. Wealth is built over a time period. That's what many people fail to realize, that wealth is built over time. Not overnight, but over time. How much money are you saving? How much money are you investing? If you're investing $100, $200 a month, an ETF that mirrors the S&P 500, you're helping yourself build a nest. You're helping yourself build wealth for yourself and your future generation. Just by investing $100, $200, $300 a month. And this is not financial advice, but this is things that you can do to position yourself to attain financial freedom. Because there's no guarantee that you will make six figures. According to Dave Ramsey Millionaire Research, it was found that only 33% of the millionaires that he interviewed, only 33% of the millionaires he interviewed made six figures on a yearly basis through their career. In the same research, he also found that there was 33%, another third, that did not make six figures, but they still end up being millionaires. You have two different people in this research: those that make six figures and those that didn't make six figures. And they both ended in the same place. They both was able to achieve financial freedom. It's just to show you that it's not so much about how much you make. It's more about your habits, your behavior towards money. If the first thing you do when you get your paycheck, you just blow it, you think about how you can buy X sneakers, you can do this, and you're not looking for a way. How can you turn this dollar into $3? How can you turn this $3 into $5? There's so many asset classes that you can invest in today, very easily. Whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, whether it's businesses, there's so many things that you can invest in. Whether it's cryptocurrency, there's so many different asset classes that you can get into to make your money work for you, make your money double for you. Like $1 gonna get you $5, $1 gonna get you $10, and so on and so forth. That's the only way you're gonna be able to attain financial freedom, no matter where you are on the income scale. It's the only way you're gonna attain financial freedom is by investing and saving and investing more than you spend. If your spending is outpacing what you're saving and investing, you're only a paycheck away from being broke. You're only a paycheck away from facing some financial ruin. According to a survey done by Bankrate, only 41% of Americans were able to afford a $1,000 emergency. A $1,000 emergency. It just shows you many people on both sides of the scale, whether making six figures or making less than six figures, are in a position where they can't afford a $1,000 emergency. And that could be for a car repair. That could be for your boiler going out, buy a new washing machine, new refrigerator. This is why it's important to save and invest. No matter how little or how much you're making, it's important to save and invest. Find a budget that works for you. 70-30, 80-20. Find a budget that works for you. 90-10. Find a budget that works for you and put your money into an asset class. Working is great, having a business is great, but you need machines, you need vehicles that can help increase the dollars you have at a much rapid rate. And just to add, on a global scale, only 15.1% of people actually make six figures or more. So that's roughly 1 in 7 people worldwide. And this varies from regions to regions. But the point of this video, the point of this message is to understand that financial freedom starts with stewardship and not salary. The world says you're only free or secure when you hit a certain number. But the kingdom of God says you're free when you're faithful. Proverbs 10:22 says the blessing of the Lord makes one rich. He adds no sorrow with it. So the blessing comes from obedience and not income level. If you've been discouraged because you have not making six figures yet, let that go. You don't need a certain salary to start building wealth. You just need systems, discipline, and godly wisdom in order to reach financial freedom. And when you manage what you have well, you're already walking in financial freedom. Stay consistent, stay faithful, and watch what God does with what you have. Remember, you can start building wealth today. Tomorrow is not promised, and I have stated, not everyone is destined to be wealthy. Not everyone will make it to be part of the 10% in the world, the top 10%, top 1% in the world. Not everyone is going to make six figures, but everyone can experience some level of financial freedom. As always, I hope this bless you guys. I hope this encourage you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Like and subscribe if you have yet to subscribe, and share this with a friend who this can bless.